Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris and I am your host. When we went to break, I assured you that my next guest would be the legendary William Bill Patterson, right here in the Bay Area. Bill Patterson, welcome to All About Community.
Thank you, Bob. It's a pleasure being here, and I'm glad to be with you especially because you're a true friend.
Yes, indeed. Bill and I have known each other for 40, almost 50 years. Bill, you are involved in a lot of stuff, but before we get into that, I want to just take you back for a moment to where you were born. You were born in where?
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock, Arkansas, and I was born in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. So we got something in common there.
Yes, a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Now, how did you end up in California? I know how I ended up. As a matter of fact, it's in my book, Goodbye Arkadelphia.
Yeah.
But how did you end up in California from Little Rock, Arkansas?
Well, there are two journeys that I have to quote in order to give some background. When I was a kid in Arkansas, growing up, my mother and father became Catholic, and they went to St. Bartholomew's in Little Rock. And I had been in public school through 6th grade. I went to St. Bartholomew's. Everything that my parents were eager about, and of course I always followed the Lord's word, I wasn't in tune with, because they took me away from all my friends. And of course public schools, or the school systems of Arkansas that you came out of and I came out of, are truly special educational components, because they have brought forth some of the greatest people ever to grace the planet, including yourself.
That is so correct. I do recall my schooling in the segregated school system of Arkansas.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I was there through the 11th grade.
Yes.
And and then came out to Oakland Tech to finish my last year of high school. But something unique happened with you. You came out, I believe, to spend the 10th grade.
I did.
At McClymonds High.
I came
here in
early.
Oakland.
I came early as a result of what a lot of folk don't understand, and I hope people listening will. You have to listen to your kids. They have aspirations, and they have some understanding of themselves. And very often parents carve out the road and the kid has to follow. Well, that's what broke me apart with my family. I ran away from home and I came to Oakland first. I came to my grandmother's house.
Okay, so you came out to your grandmother's house.
I called myself running away from home, but I just ran from one family
From one
to
family
another.
to the next. And then you got here and you went, you were enrolled at McClymonds High.
McClymonds High School.
In the 10th grade.
In the 10th grade. And the McClymonds that I attended was not the McClymonds we have today. It was the school, Lowell School, and it was a temporary building for McClymonds while they were building the high school that exists today. And that high school is getting ready to be replaced. But moving back to the entry, I didn't come to go to McClymonds. I was rejected at Oakland High because I didn't live in the district. We lived in North Oakland. And my grandmother didn't know the system.
So
I had friends who were in Oakland, and they went to McClymonds, and that's how I got.
You wanted to be at McClymonds.
That's
and
how I got.
Finished the 10th grade at McClymonds, and then you went back to Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yes,
and finished the 11th and 12th grade there, and I believe you did quite well in school. Is that right?
I did.
And then you came all the way back to California for the second time.
The second time. After I knew the route, you see, I was in the National Honor Society. I was president of my class. I was a 3-letter athlete, and everything that I tended to touch, I got to the leadership edge. And my teachers prepared me because my father died when I was a senior. And in my senior year, he finally came to a football game. I had an outstanding night, to say the least. Even the coach congratulated me. And on his funeral, I buried him in Little Rock and served the Mass. And that night, we went to Hot Springs to play a basketball game. They didn't want me to go. They wanted me to stay with family. And I played that game for my father, and they gave me the basketball after.
And that was quite moving, I'm certain.
Yes.
You had a real career as a high school student there in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Absolutely.
You graduated, came back to California, and enrolled at City College, I believe, and then on ultimately to San Francisco State. We're going to talk about that in a moment, but we're going to have to go to break, so don't touch that remote. We will be right back with All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and my guest is the legendary Bill Patterson, William Bill Patterson, who lives right here in Oakland and has done a tremendous job in mentoring our young people, which we will also talk about later. We will be right back. All About Community.
Yes.